Hey everyone, and welcome to our email dashboard training. I'm super excited to be bringing this to you as it's going to give you incredible insight into your email deliverability and help you get better results. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the email dashboard. Together, we'll look at the different components and help you to understand exactly what you're looking at. From the main menu of Goldstar Pro on the left-hand side, let's scroll down and click on Email Dashboard. After a moment, you'll find yourself here on a page full of everything you need to know about your email results. First up at the top of the page is your email domain. This is the sender pathway that your emails go out on. Now, keep in mind that this is different to your email domain. While our email address is info@usegoldstar.com, our sender pathway is reply.usegoldstar.com. This is the pathway that emails go out on. When someone replies to an email, it comes back through this pathway. This is how Goldstar keeps track of your emails. If you want more information about this, be sure to jump into the members area and look out for our email training in the Getting Started section. The first box on the left-hand side gives you an overview of your results over the past 30 days. You can see how many were processed, how many were successfully delivered, and how many were replied to. Below that, you can see how many were dropped. This refers to previous results before those shown on this report, when emails were not delivered because they had bounced, been unsubscribed from, or marked as spam. When you've attempted to send to them again this time, they've automatically been dropped. And finally, we see suppressions. This is the number of emails within those included in this report that have bounced, unsubscribed, or marked as spam out of all of the emails that you sent. We'll talk more about what to do with these later in the video. Below that, you can see a graph depicting the details of the emails sent. Across the top are different categories, which, when clicked, will be turned off, changing the display of the graph. For example, if we just want to see people that unsubscribed, if we turn off all other categories, we can see that on the 11th of December, we had 1 unsubscribe, along with another 2 on the 20th and 21st. Play around with these categories to see more details. Further down the page, we can see total deliveries per provider. By hovering over a column, we can see the specific numbers, which gives you a good indication of where your emails are going. We'll break this down even more further down the page. For now, let's jump back up to the top right of the page. Here you can filter the date range. You can choose from the drop-down list, or you can use the custom date range tool. With that done, we can now dig into the results that we got, and using the toggle switch, we can see this in either numbers or percentages. In the first box, we can see the number of emails that were delivered. In this example, we can see that 97.1% of emails were delivered, which is an excellent delivery rate. At the top right of the page, you can click on the graph icon and the system will display and allow you to download a list of the contacts included in this number. Below that, we can see a recommendation of what we should be aiming for. We have pretty high standards. Our goal is to help you get to 98% and above. In this example, we've already seen at the top of the page that 1.29%, or 94 of the emails that we attempted to send, went to contacts that previously bounced, unsubscribed, or marked us as spam. Using this dashboard, we can identify these people and use this information to help us clean up our list. If we'd not sent to these people, our delivery rate would have been 98.4%, which is just amazing. To the right, we can see the percentage of emails that were opened. Now, keep in mind that this data is showing all opens. In this case, it means that while we sent just over 7,000 emails, those emails were opened over 9,600 times. This is an amazing result because it means people are not only opening the emails, but holding on to them to reread later. Further down, we can see the number of clicks. You'll see our goal is 3% and above. The industry average is 1 to 5%, but in these emails, we've reached 10.66%, which is fantastic. On the right, we can see our bounce rate. That is emails that have not arrived at the recipient for a number of reasons. For example, the email address doesn't exist or the inbox is full. Ideally, we want this number to be below 2% because bounced emails do impact your deliverability. What I love about this though is that we can use the dashboard to download these bounced addresses and then go into Goldstar and clean up our list. Next time we send, we won't be sending to these and our bounce rate will stay low. Next up, we have 3 more sections showing results. First up, spam complaints. That is the number of people who marked these emails as spam. To avoid impacting your reputation and deliverability, it is absolutely critical that this number stay below 0.1%. But for best results, we recommend staying below 0.08%. In the middle, you'll see unsubscribes. That is the number of people who clicked the unsubscribe button in your emails. Obviously, we want to keep this number low, but it won't necessarily impact your deliverability. Again, just like the bounce rate above, this is another great tool to help you keep your list clean. If you've got an unsubscribe, you can mark them as D&D in your system, or if you no longer need their data, you could remove them altogether. Finally, on the far right-hand side is your reply rate. How many people clicked the reply button on your email? This number does impact your deliverability. Any positive action that a user takes is seen favorably by the likes of Google and Yahoo. It's a little like the Facebook algorithm. If someone comments on your post, Facebook sees that and shows your post to more people. In this case of email deliverability, lots of people replying to your emails is a very positive sign and helps you avoid landing in spam. Next up, we have email provider stats. Here you can see deliverability results by provider. How many went to Gmail? How many went to Hotmail? And to the right, you can see the number accepted, the number delivered, the open rate, the click rate, and the bounce rate. This is great information and helps you to identify how well your emails are performing with different providers. Next up, we have IP addresses. Every sender pathway is allocated an IP address, which is used to track everything you do. With this dashboard, it means we can dig into your IP and see how well it's performing to ensure that if something does go wrong, we can pick it up quickly and easily. If I click on the report link in a new window, we'll see a full report from Cisco Talos. What we want to look at here is our sender reputation, which can be good, neutral, or poor. Of course, we always want to aim for good. Neutral will impact your deliverability, while poor will have a dramatic impact. Further down, we can see our email volume data and in particular, our spam level, which in this case is none, which is perfect. Further down again, we can see if our IP is listed on any block lists. If we find ourselves on one of these lists, it will dramatically impact deliverability. If you ever see this, be sure to reach out to us so we can help you. Finally, further down we can see related IPs that we use to send emails. Here we want to scroll through and check the reputation, looking specifically for any that are marked poor. Again, if you see any, reach out to us. Returning to the email dashboard, and I'm super excited to show you our click tracking. This is a stat that I get asked about all of the time. How can we track how well links are working within our emails? Well, I'm happy to announce that with our email dashboard, you can do just that. Now, keep in mind that the data we are seeing is filtered by the date we added at the top of the page. So, if you've done a big mail out this week and want to see which links were clicked, select the appropriate date and then review your results in the click tracking section. Finally, at the bottom of the page are suppressions. If you remember earlier in this video, we talked about suppressions, which are emails that have either bounced, received a complaint, or have been unsubscribed from. In this section, we can see all of these. We can see their email address and the error that occurred. We can then take action using this data to clean up our list. Go ahead now and have a play with the email dashboard. And if you've got any questions, be sure to head over to the Facebook group and ask.